Title: Hot Pursuit Turns Fatal, Indiana Officer Makes the Ultimate Sacrifice. TLDR. Caught amidst an inferno advisory, an Indiana State Police trooper unfortunately lost his life during a chase outside Indianapolis. Despite blistering heat indices expected to soar up to 109, the officer's commitment to his duty never wavered. It was a typical hot day in Indiana, not the type you'd think could brew up a storm of danger. In the sweltering heat, with weather warnings blaring, the roads turned into a searing backdrop for a relentless chase. Out there in the scorching sun, an Indiana State Police trooper's pursuit of justice unfortunately took a tragic turn. His dedication to duty was unwavering, even as the thermometer threatened to burst. That day, folks across southern Illinois, southwest Indiana and western Kentucky had their eyes glued to TV screens, tracking thunderstorms and heat advisories. Forecasters were warning people to stay cool, hydrate, and hunker down. But while some of us had the privilege of adjusting our schedules, seeking shelter, or cranking up the air conditioning, our heroes in blue didn't. But is society doing enough to protect our protectors from such extreme conditions? The Indiana State Trooper, as relentless as the heatwave, raced across the sizzling asphalt, undeterred by the rising mercury. Like his brothers and sisters in blue, he was committed to safeguarding his community, come rain or shine, or in this case, intense heat. Yet, in the midst of fulfilling his duty, he met a heartbreaking end. Amidst this tragic loss, we can't help but question, did he know the signs of heat exhaustion or heat stroke? Did he have access to enough fluids, and could he stay out of the sun when he needed to? These are all part of the standard advisory to civilians, but how does that translate to law enforcement officers who are quite literally in the line of fire? As we grieve this untimely loss, it's vital to remember that our officers are human too, susceptible to the same threats that weather advisories warn us about. It might be time for us, as a society, to rethink how our first responders are trained and equipped to deal with such extreme situations. After all, isn't it our collective responsibility to ensure that those who protect us are, in turn, protected themselves? So, as we go about our days, perhaps sparing a thought for the weather but with the luxury of making adjustments to our plans, let's remember the brave who don't have that choice. This story is a sobering reminder of the ultimate sacrifice some make in the line of duty, leaving us to ask, what can we do to prevent such tragedies from occurring again? In memory of the fallen trooper, what changes would you suggest to ensure our first responders are safeguarded against extreme weather conditions? How can we balance the urgent demands of their job with their personal safety during a climate crisis? Disclaimer: this article does not provide health advice. It is important to follow all health and safety guidelines provided by official health authorities during extreme weather conditions.